What is up, guys? It's your girl Zara in the building. Today I'm about to be doing another reaction video. I didn't post yesterday because I had to do some schoolwork on the computer that I'm using right now. But yeah, so I'm back today to do another reaction for y'all. So I'm just about to get right into it. Make sure y'all like this video, subscribe, hit that bell, and put in the comments more stuff that y'all want me to do. I'm gonna do another reaction today, I promise. Last time I said I would do it, but I couldn't. But I'm doing it today. I'm gonna react to a song that I might like. So yeah, let's just get into it right now. Oh nope, right now.
I used to work at a call center company, and my shift started at 11 p.m. Since training, I'd heard a lot of ghost stories about our building. Of course, I didn't believe them, and I really wouldn't have cared anyway because all I cared about was work. One night, I went on a short break to go to the comfort room. Our office is located at the left corner of the building, and usually it's quite dark compared to the other office corners. I normally use the comfort room in the middle of our building because it's bigger and a lot of people go there. But since it was just a short break, I chose to use the executive's comfort room because it was much closer. Besides, it was always clean and looked a lot nicer compared to the other ones. When you enter the comfort room, the first thing you see on your right side are 2 sinks, a large mirror, and 2 lights above them. Then there are 3 cubicles on the right side and 2 cubicles on the left side of the room. When I entered, I noticed that the room was a little bit darker than usual. Some of the lights were not on, and only the cubicle in the corner on the right side had paper left, so I entered that one. When I was sitting on the toilet, I heard someone come in and enter the cubicle next to mine, and then I heard a woman crying. I tried to ask if she was okay, but she just kept crying. As I finished my business and stood up, the crying suddenly stopped. Concerned, I stood up.
If no one goes in there, if no one goes into that bathroom, and then somebody just goes into the bathroom when you decide to go into that bathroom, that means something. People want coffee there, so a lot of people coffee a lot. A lot of people coffee a lot of people, so I don't know. But as soon as you stand up and then this crying just stops, that means something. That means something, baby girl.
Outside the door of the middle cubicle, knocked slightly and asked again if she was okay, but there was still no answer. I tried peeking under the cubicle door, but no one was in there. But I could have sworn I heard someone come in earlier. I felt a bit spooked as I remembered the ghost stories that my coworkers used to tell about our building. I started walking fast to the exit, but somehow the doorknob that was fine when I'd entered was now broken, and I couldn't get the door to open. I was getting actually scared. The crying began again. I started banging on the door and shaking the doorknob. There was no use. And then the sound of the woman crying started getting closer. Panicking, I also started crying while banging desperately on the door. The crying stopped. I could feel the woman standing right behind me. One of the lights in the ceiling started flickering, and the door still wouldn't open. I tried to avoid looking back in fear of what I might see, but from the corner of my eye, I saw in the mirror a reflection of a woman in the flickering light. She wasn't standing at my back, but half of her face was visible in one of the cubicle doorways. I closed my eyes. I was soaked in cold sweat. I remember shaking from fear, thinking I was going to die. I started praying as I cried. Only a minute or two, though it felt much longer, passed before the door suddenly opened and a maintenance lady stepped in. I was so relieved. I told her about what had happened, but she just apologized for the broken doorknob and ignored everything I said about the crying woman. I went straight to the office and apologized to my supervisor for coming back late from my break. I tried to tell her about what happened and told her that I was not feeling well, that I didn't think I could finish my shift that night. She didn't seem to believe my story. I warned my coworkers as well and told them about my scary toilet trip. I never went back to that comfort room ever again.
Nobody believes
And
somebody
eventually,
until it actually
I got a
happens to
job a
somebody.
few months
Until it
later.
actually happens to them. Listen, somebody tell you something happened. Hold on. I'm watch this one next. If somebody tells you that something happened to them where y'all work or anything, you need to believe them, man, especially if they look scared by saying, and you say, oh, I don't believe you, blah, 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 until it happens to you. Then you're going to be, yeah, you're going to be on their side and everything. So, yeah, until you experience it. So, yeah, I hope y'all like, subscribe, put in the comments more stuff that y'all want me to do. Anyway, just subscribe. I need y'all to hit that bell, that ring-a-ding-ding, that ring-a-ding-ding. When you hit that bell, I need you to go get some Taco Bell. How about that? So, love y'all, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.